Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of One Take. Sorry for the week wait as I was busy last week and I had to do a lot of stuff. I couldn't have time to upload a new episode. But here we are now and we're back with One Take this week. And here our guest today is actually a returning guest from the second Valentine's Day episode. You might remember him as also Turbo in the VGA community I'm part of. Let's give it up to Quazi. What's up, Quazi?
Hey, this is totally a repeat.
It's totally repeat.
Yeah. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Trying to drink a little bit of water there.
All right. Well, why don't we get started with the first question that we have here? The new Captain America Civil War trailer has been released on Thursday this week. Are you still excited for this film after this trailer?
Yes, and before we ever mention anything in there, for those who watch it, there are heavy spoilers, so
Yeah.
watch it first.
To those who, thank you for reminding me that. To those who haven't seen the Civil War trailer and want to, you might want to pause this video real quick and go watch that trailer. If you don't want to watch the trailer at all, you might as well skip this conversation and go to the next conversation we're gonna have soon in the timestamps that I always link in the descriptions. But now we're gonna talk about the Civil War trailer and the surprises it gave us at the trailer. Let's first talk about Spider-Man. How did you feel about Spider-Man?
I was actually very interested because I was doing my thing where I always complain that I'm not going to watch the trailer
Mm-hmm.
because I want to be surprised, but I was too weak, so I watched it anyway. Everyone up to that moment when I watched it was saying like Spider-Man's costume doesn't look that great because it's like the old 70s version costume and it's not like cool like the new one. But I really like it. I mean, if you look really close at it, you got like interesting details on it there, especially that eye bit, but like the arms, even the elbows, where you see that like black strip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at that and I'm trying to break it down and see what that actually could be, and I'm starting to realize what it might be.
And yeah, about Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a little small role though because he was added really late into production. So it
Well,
really
as someone who's read the entire Civil War, doesn't do very much.
he doesn't do very much.
I'm actually being very sarcastic. He has a very pivotal point. But
Okay.
yes, he is going to be playing a pivotal role if they maintain the storyline from the comic
Mm-hmm.
books. But who knows how much Sony will let them do.
And some people don't like the voice of Spider-Man. What do you think of the voice of his?
Oh, I love the voice. He's finally the kid voice. That little moment of, hi guys. So shy and just like precocious, like, hello. You can hear that little sarcasm that could come out of his voice at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like just polite right now, like all the big boys, Captain America's right there, Iron Man's over there.
Yeah.
He's freaking out in his head. I love it. I love young Spider-Man because that's who he's always supposed to be, a teenager.
Yeah, the previous Spider-Mans like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, they were in their mid-30s when they played Spider-Man. This actor, Tom Holland, is actually 18 currently.
Oh yeah, I watched one of his vines, I think, where he like posted this acrobatic thing.
Mm-hmm.
He can do moves. I was impressed.
Yeah, I know some friends of in our VGA community have watched movies with that kid, and apparently he's a really good actor. So we'll see how he does
Fantastic.
as we'll see how he does as Spider-Man. There's a lot more things that happened in the trailer. Like we saw more Black Panther, a lot.
We did, and I don't know if you like looked at that close enough
Uh,
because I did like an entire breakdown of it. And I was like just watching every detail.
mm-hmm.
There's some hints that what could have happened in there, why he's involved now with the storyline. No confirmations though.
Yeah, I'm not actually familiar with Black Panther, so I can't really say what he does, what's his power, or anything like that.
Uh, I know very little of who he actually is, but I know some things. Do you want me to share?
You can if you want.
Okay, so what little I do know is his nation of Wakanda
Mm-hmm.
is a super rich place where they get all that special metal.
Is it
They
vibranium?
vibranium. That's the one that they used in making Captain America's shield. And then, fun fact: the alloy that they use for Wolverine. Oh my god, I'm forgetting the name of that now.
Uh,
Whatever that alloy is,
yeah.
that was actually a failed attempt at making vibranium.
Mhm.
So the only place on Earth where they can find it right now is Wakanda.
Mhm.
So his power set and I think his suit and his claw that he uses are all vibranium based. That's why we could see like him bouncing bullets off his shoulder, kind
Mhm.
of deal. I think there's also an element of like super strength in there. I think they might have like given him a potion or something.
Mhm.
He's basically just like super agile Captain America, kind of athletic,
Yeah.
with vibranium enhancements here and there.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm very interested to see how he's played into Civil War because, I like the actor who portrays Black Panther. I've seen him in one movie, which is 42, which was a baseball movie that was really good. Yeah.
I
Uh,
don't know the actor that well.
you don't know the actor. He
Well,
also
I saw him once, but I don't remember what movies he's been in.
he was in also in a James Brown biopic of yeah, he played James Brown in that film. Yeah, that's all the only two roles I know him from though. I don't know him from anything else.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen either of those, so I wouldn't know him.
Yeah.
But if he's good, that's great.
Mhm. Also, we in this trailer we finally saw Ant-Man in the team.
Yeah, that whole flying on the arrow bit was funny. That was in a cartoon. I remember seeing. Is Hawkeye did the same thing. He shot an arrow and like comically like enlarges and uppercuts some guy. I don't know if that was an intentional nod or if he's done it in other things, but it was a good one for me because I watched that cartoon and I was like laughing every single time.
um, I'm just happy Ant-Man's in it because I really liked the Ant-Man film Paul Rudd was in. So
I just want his little criminal buddy that tells the fantastic stories back.
the Mexican guy,
Yeah,
Michael Pena.
like, check it, and then he goes back in the storyline. I love that.
um, we definitely in this trailer we also definitely saw a lot of fighting from Captain America and Iron Man. So that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if we can trust the edits because it kind of made it seem like Iron Man struck first. But if you look at the scene afterwards, it clearly is an edit and it's not from like there's a time delay at some point. So it could be an entirely different scene or context.
Mhm.
But all I know is that from like the Civil War storyline, again, spoilers for those who don't want to know how this kind of gets going.
Mhm.
Basically, it's kind of the disintegration happens, and then Captain America, from my recollection, I might be wrong, kind of splits off and starts his own faction very quickly
Mhm.
that is opposing this. And then, like, violence occurs, and then Captain America's side is basically the terrorist group of against Tony Stark's
Mhm.
legitimized government agency. Legitimized, whatever.
Yeah, all I know is that they're fighting over this government act or something like that that has them to turn in like their identities or something like that, and they have to be
Mm-hmm.
checked each time they do something. And like,
Did you did you read the storyline? Do you know anything about the Civil
I
War
don't know
storyline?
much about it honestly. All I know is that part.
I would heavily recommend you read that comic. I can tell you the gist of. I didn't tell very much of it, avoid spoilers. But if you want to know some things, I can tell you some stuff there.
Should we? Do you want me to tell me now or?
Up to you. I can tell you during the podcast, or I can tell you later on. Whatever beneficial you.
I think we should probably do it later on just because people probably want to read it sometime soon. So
Okay,
yeah.
good point.
Mhm. All right. Well, I think we've hit the major points of the trailer pretty much, right?
Yes. Though this is one thing that actually interests me more than Spider-Man, and I probably should have picked up on this earlier, because we saw that one scene where the heroes are combating the heroes
Mhm.
in that airport area.
Yeah.
I was interested in like who was on which side. So like, did you notice where Black Widow
She
was?
was on Iron Man's side.
Which is super surprising to me. I would have assumed she would be straight on Captain America's side. I don't remember her in the comics, but I just felt like from their relationship in the movies, she must be Captain America fan. But then again, she did go to like legitimize and out herself for the government agencies.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe she's kind of forced into it. I don't know.
I was thinking she was also going to be in Captain's side too, because because if you watch Winter Soldier, their relationship in that was like really
Yeah,
really strong.
they're like bros, super sexy bros.
Yeah. Man. I think we've had enough. We've talked about enough of the Civil War trailer. So I'm assuming you're gonna see that film in May.
Hell yeah, that's like I think the day after my birthday. So I'm like, I'm ready for
Ah,
it.
sweet. All right. Well, Captain America: Civil War releases on May 6th, and I'm pretty sure most people who know in the who watch the films are really excited for it. Um, so our next question, Zootopia actually came out last week and is getting a lot of critical acclaim. Have you seen Zootopia yet?
I have not. I'm kind of waiting on one of my
Quazi,
gonna go. Oh yeah.
you kind of just muted yourself right there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now, but you kind of cut it off a little bit.
Oh, maybe it was just glitch for the chat. Am I stable now though? One.
You're stable now.
Okay. So what I was saying was that I'm waiting on one of my friends to go and watch Zootopia because we see Pixar movies together.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm actually not that interested in it, other than it being a Pixar movie.
It's not a Pixar movie.
No, sorry, not Pixar, Disney movie.
Yeah.
But beyond that aspect, I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's just the animal stuff. Like, I don't really care about that much. I mean, it's probably gonna make me cry. I'm probably gonna go and break down emotionally later on. But right now, I don't see anything in the trailers that really grab me, other than maybe the sloth scene.
Yeah. But I've heard really good things about it. I didn't see it yet, but I really want to, with all the critical acclaim it's getting. Yeah.
Like, are they saying this is the next up, or like what kind of acclaim are we talking about here?
Like, they're saying, like, it's the most fun Disney movie you'll ever see in a while, like, something like that.
Is it a musical like
It's not a musical.
Frozen was?
It's not a musical.
Because I'm just worried if I'm going to start hearing a bunch of songs from this point forward that I'll never burn out of my brain.
It's not a musical.
Alright, good to know.
Alright, but with that said, do you have a favorite Disney film in general?
Oh, you asked horribly hard questions.
It's my job.
I'm gonna have to go with Aladdin.
Ooh, me too.
Yeah, Aladdin. If you look at a lot of Disney films, they all stand up very well.
Mm-hmm.
But now I kind of want to say Tangled too. No, I'm gonna stay with Aladdin. Aladdin, it was one of those. I like the story. I like the setting. I like the animation was fantastic, and especially because it wasn't 3D
Mm-hmm.
at that stage, it was like even more impressive. I mean, you can make an argument of Beauty and the Beast, but I mean, I will complain about who the hero was in that storyline. Whereas this is very clear: Aladdin was the scamp that we love.
Yeah.
But in this case here, and this was a good movie for Robin Williams as well.
It was. Definitely.
I don't count any of that TV show stuff that came out after Aladdin, though. If it's not Aladdin, then it's going to be the DuckTales movie that they did in the beginning. DuckTales always wins.
DuckTales. Ooh. Yeah, I would also have to say Aladdin just because I grew up with it the most. Like you pretty much said. I was gonna say what you were gonna say. But it also has one of my favorite Disney songs, "A Whole New World" and all that. A whole new world.
I can't remember any of the words after that moment. I just
Yeah.
get stuck at whole new world.
Yes, me too.
That's the important part.
Yeah. If I had to choose a second favorite Disney film, I would have to go with Beauty and the Beast as well, because I really like Beauty and the Beast.
Now, where do we stand on the Disney afternoon cartoons? Because I feel like the beginning of each of those cartoons, DuckTales, Dark Green Duck, Tailspin, they were all basically, those first 3 episodes are basically their own movie pilot. And
But
those always stand out as the best to me.
Yeah, but the question was, it's film, like an actual film that was released in theaters, not like a TV pilot or anything like that. So
Fine. I'm
yes,
just saying. If we counted that as film, then DuckTales.
there was a DuckTales movie though.
Yeah, it wasn't the first one. It was still good.
Did you hear? I'm actually gonna add this onto this. Did you hear about the DuckTales rebooted, series coming?
What? I did not hear about this.
You didn't?
What? What?
There's a DuckTales series coming.
Oh, I'm getting heart palpitations right now. Oh, I want to look this up so bad, but my keyboard be so loud.
I could link a picture for you if you want.
Uh, just tell me this. Is it going to be 3D?
No,
Oh, fantastic.
it's 2D.
Yay. Okay, I'm happy now. I did not know any of this. When is it coming out?
I could look it up actually. My keyboard's not that loud.
Like, not this year. It's like next year.
I could look 2017.
Oh. Hold on one second. I need to pause this for a second. I'm need to check the door. Is that okay?
Oh, what's going on?
I need to check the door. Someone's at my door.
All right. I guess we'll take a break for a little bit then.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. Hey guys. Sorry for the late delay on this episode. My guest here, Quazi, unfortunately had to leave on short notice, due to personal matters. But now we're back today, and it's a Wednesday today. Just a brief recap on what happened in the episode. We were in the second question, which was about what was your favorite Disney movie of all time. We both said Aladdin, so you didn't really miss too much on that question. I actually think the most important questions are the next questions I have here. So you ready to continue, Quasi?
I'm ready to continue. Thank you for your understanding.
It's fine, dude. So with that said, let's get to the third question, which is probably the biggest question I have for you here. The Ghostbusters trailer has finally arrived a couple weeks ago. What were your thoughts on the trailer?
I liked it. I don't know why people were up in arms about the whole female cast. But I mean, they addressed the original. Okay, spoilers again for those who want to avoid this. But they addressed that the Ghostbusters did exist originally as their male forms in the past.
Mm-hmm.
They went in and clearly showed that in elements of the trailer. Then they went in, they introduced a new cast, and they seem to all have different qualities, mirroring or adding to the original cast. Not too sure who's who yet, but still, it seemed really good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm still not with the backlash on the movie itself. Like, I don't know how we personally don't know how this movie's gonna be like yet until July. But if you want my real thoughts on the trailer, I actually wasn't the biggest fan of the trailer, honestly.
I'm a little bit curious. What did you have against the trailer specifically?
It's not that I'm against the movie itself. It's just that the trailer, how it's cut together, how it was edited, it didn't seem, I guess you could say, stable. Like, I guess it felt juddered all over the place. Like,
Okay, so your qualms with it were more editing.
yeah,
wise,
because
not necessarily story-wise.
yeah, no. I'm still curious on how this film is gonna go. It's just that I wish the trailer had better jokes to show, because the jokes they showed in the trailer weren't really the best kind of jokes like we were looking for in a Ghostbusters movie. That's just my qualms with it.
Now, I would just kind of like add to that then. Isn't we were always kind of concerned when we see a good trailer for like a comedy, and then suddenly we see like all these great jokes, and we're like, oh, we're gonna know the jokes when we go to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there might be good jokes that they're not showing. That they're kind of giving you the weak stuff up front, just to kind of give you a taste.
Maybe.
Like,
I mean,
creme de la creme is there.
I'm not say. I'm pretty sure they're thinking that way. Like, they don't want to spoil the good jokes they have in the movie and all that. They just want to appeal to everybody. But man, is this trailer receiving a lot of backlash from everyone?
I've actually completely stayed away from the backlash. I don't know anything about this. Is it all editorial backlash, or is it actually just they're not funny, or is it? I don't know what the backlash
No, no,
represents.
no. Like I know some people who didn't even watch the trailer and said this is gonna be crap.
Oh, those are those people who don't even give it a shot, so I don't care about those.
Yeah, but
Like those people who watched it, like what are their criticism?
they thought it was really unfunny, and there's some people are even sexist and think that there shouldn't be a female cast.
Mm. Depending on what kind of argument they're using for female cast. All I knew about this whole female cast thing the entire time was they're gonna just go with a suddenly all female cast.
Mhm.
My only concern regarding that was that it was just gonna be female for the sake of being female,
Mhm.
and you know, girl power. Ooh, but like
Yeah.
if they didn't add anything, then it's just a meaningless change.
Mhm.
That's my only question regarding the female cast. But I mean, so far I kind of smiled a few times when I watched the trailer, so I
Mhm.
feel like they're delivering on the comedy aspect. For me,
Mhm.
I have low standards, so I don't care.
I know. I'm just saying, like, as
He
a
knows.
person who I who like really liked Ghostbusters and even the sequel, and I even watched some of the cartoon. Like I'm trying to not compare it to those. Like I'm treating it as its own Ghostbusters film because to be honest, like it's even called just Ghostbusters. It's not like Ghostbusters 3 or anything like that. It feels like a full-on
Mm.
reboot. That's just
I'm a little
yeah.
curious because yeah, we haven't seen anything about the original cast.
Hmm.
I would. I don't even know if I want to know this or not. Have they mentioned anything about the original cast in the movie? Like, are they going to make a cameo?
Do you want me to
I'd
say?
be. Okay, go for it.
They did confirm the original cast members are gonna cameo in it.
Okay. So no, yeah, it is the same universe, and they do exist. I don't know if they're gonna play like a big part.
No, no, it's just a cameo, like a one-off thing.
Hmm.
Hmm.
They're gonna do a Harrison Ford now.
Yeah.
There you are. Who will be your Ren?
Yeah. All
You
right.
Slimer.
Yeah, Slimer's in it. Slimer is in it.
Slimer will be the Ren.
Hmm.
Slimer Junior.
Yeah, that's so. I'm pretty sure we said our thoughts on the trailer itself and all that, and how we feel about this movie overall so far.
Mm-hmm. No,
Uh, yeah.
yeah.
So Ghostbusters, I think is going to release in July. I'm assuming you're going to see it when it comes.
Oh heck yeah. I don't see a reason why I would not see it at all. So
I'll see it.
it's gonna be that movie.
I'll see it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the next question we have here, I actually literally added this one right before we started. Um,
Ooh.
this is
I'm
a
feeling I
surprise
know what
question
you're
for
gonna
you.
ask.
DC character Lobo has announced that he'll have a movie today. He's gonna have his own
Okay.
his own. Do you know Lobo?
I know who Lobo is. I did not hear of this. I thought you were gonna talk about something else actually,
No,
but
no.
no, this is. I did not know that. I
Oh.
only know about Lobo in relation to the Justice League cartoons,
Mhm.
and he's like using an antagonist comedic foil for like all the other Justice League characters saying, "Oh god, it's Lobo again." I don't actually know about him beyond that.
Mhm. Well, they just literally announced today that he'll be getting his own movie, and it'll definitely connect to the DC universe currently. And I just wanted to ask the question here: is there any DC character you would love to have a film that hasn't had one yet?
A DC character who hasn't had a film yet, who I would. Oh, I kind of really want to have a John Jones one.
Martian Manhunter?
Martian Manhunter. He is up there to me with like Superman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sucker for that whole tragic past thing, and Superman has that with his like sole survivor of Krypton thing.
Mm-hmm.
But John Jones was like a father. John Jones was like a husband. He had an entire civilization. He existed all throughout his adult years. He's like super honorable, and then he was forced into a like war, and then suffered through persecution, and then that's not even talking about time on Earth. Even he's like the ultimate like look. I don't know, this underdog who has like super crazy powers and amazing. I would love to see a John Jones like epic noir like telling of his story. That would be an amazing movie.
Spoilers to those who haven't seen the Supergirl show. If you don't want to know anything, you might want to skip this question. But
Ooh.
speaking of Supergirl, Martian Manhunter is in that show.
Yes, he is. I was worried about him because I've said this to Gaming Kid quite a few times. When you have a Berlanti show, there's something I like to call the Berlanti bump.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making this canon. And every time you see a Berlanti show like Flash and Supergirl and Arrow, the first few episodes are kind of because they're trying to speed you along into the meat.
Mm-hmm.
And then something gets really good. Supergirl had this for a while, and now it's really getting good. So when I first saw Supergirl and I saw Martian Manhunter, I was freaking myself out. I'm like, oh no, they're gonna ruin my favorite hero. But no, he completely redeemed himself. They gave him a good arc, and I'm super pleased with where he's going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw Martian Manhunter in Supergirl, and I was like, "That's Martian Manhunter, dude." Like, whatever people say about Supergirl, that's Martian Manhunter right there.
Yeah,
So,
and I like the way they did CG for him. Actually, it
mm-hmm.
seems true to the comic, honestly. So
Yeah, I'm
it
glad.
stands well.
I'm glad. Um, Moving on, I think we moved on from that question. Yesterday actually, an Indiana Jones 5 has been announced, and Harrison Ford and Steven Spielberg are returning. Are you excited for this project?
I haven't even watched the Crystal Skull yet.
You haven't watched the Crystal Skull?
No, because I got such horrible reviews, and when I tried to watch it, I just kind of fell asleep in bed. So I don't. It never really stood out for me. I watched all the other Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
They did anything for me when I watched Crystal Skull, or tried to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is going to capture me. Well, good luck to them. That's all I'll say.
That's all you'll say?
Well, I mean, I'll say more for your interview, but I mean, that's all I have to say right now for that.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have something else to
Yeah,
question me on.
I'm just saying, like, when I first heard about it, if you want my opinion on Crystal Skull, I actually don't fully hate it as much as other people do. I mean, I enjoy at least like 60% of it. There are some things like I do think that are really dumb in it, like the flying monkeys and like the fridge. It's like that's a little dumb. But as a movie as a whole, I didn't feel it was as bad as people thought. It's not Star Wars Episode 1 or anything like that. I don't think it's that bad of a movie. Yeah.
Well, for me, I honestly just even my opinion is skewed because the only moments I remember up to were I think the bar scene. No, not bar scene. The diner scene where Indiana's talking to that
Shia
I don't
LaBeouf.
know, the LaBeouf. Yes.
LaBeouf.
So yeah, at that moment I just kind of conked out in my bed. So everything beyond that moment is
Complete mystery.
total mystery to me. I don't know. I know from what I've heard from like people complaining about it. Spoilers. There are something to do with aliens. There is something to do with Shia LaBeouf being apparently Indy's child. I didn't know that. I fell asleep apparently before that happened. And again, your monkey thing I've heard about, but I don't know really what they're referencing. I did see the lead line thing, the fridge.
Yeah.
I'm willing to suspend my disbelief on that just because it's Indiana Jones and they're talking about crystal skulls and being serious. So, whatever. Fine. I'll take that for the storyline. But
The thing that worries about me about Indiana Jones 5 is actually Ford himself. He's getting really old, and it's a very.
Sure if you can.
What's that, Quazi? Did we lose connection to Quazi? Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to connect and reconnect again. Uh-oh. That happened. Quazi, can you hear me? Oh boy. This is gonna be trouble. I'm gonna hate myself for editing this video today. Quazi, can you hear me? Oh, goddamn.
There you go.
Quazi? Quazi.
Headset?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you right now.
I can hear you
Say
too.
something. Okay.
Did something happen?
Yeah, you started talking, then suddenly silence.
Oh.
It,
Oh.
it doesn't even give me like a stutter from a microphone. It's just silent
Just silence? Oh. Uh-oh.
now.
Is it okay now?
Try saying a sentence continually.
We're talking about Indiana Jones 5 right now.
Okay, I heard all of that.
You heard all of that?
Yep, you seem to be stable now.
Okay. Well, going back to what I was saying about it, 40's really old. Like, it's kind of a very physical role Indiana Jones is. Like, I'm worried about his physical being in it. If
Nah, indie? What do you mean? Hold on, did you say 40's really old?
Harrison Ford.
Oh, I thought you said 40. I'm like, 40 years old? I'm 30 right now.
No, 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 no.
10 years ago, before you consider me really old.
I said Harrison Ford was really old.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just saying, you youngers. Anyway,
Did you disconnect again? Uh-oh. I'm gonna hate myself for editing
he
this.
just has this, like, wonderment in his face as he looks at everyone. You ever watch those, like, oh, what's that interview?
Uh-oh. What's wrong with this connection, man? Discord, I hate you forever. Discord, I hate you. I fucking hate you.
Hello?
I hate you, Discord.
Did you want to switch over to Skype? We can do that if that's more stable for you.
I don't
I'm
know.
not having issues with Discord. It's just, I think, is it a mic thing for you?
No, it just keeps disconnecting me, and I'm just like, what the hell's going on?
When you look at the voice connected at the bottom, is it green or red?
It's
or
always
yellow?
green, but then it keeps thinking that it says it's green, but it keeps thinking I'm gonna be disconnected on you.
Because I'm not seeing any disconnection, so my connection seems stable.
My connection is fine too. I'm not experiencing any lag whatsoever. It just keeps randomly disconnecting.
I can switch over to Skype if you want.
Well, okay, well, we'll try this for now, but if it disconnects one more time, we'll switch over to Skype.
Okay.
Back
Ask the question again.
back to what I was saying. Do you think Ford is getting really old to play indie?
Hell yes. But I don't know if that's gonna limit me from wanting to watch him.
Mm-hmm.
He's developing a different kind of style. Like if you watch him in the indie movie, I at least believe that he's still indie. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but if you watch him in like any other interview, he turned into this like sweet old man that you just want to hug. I was saying that again, there's this famous interviewer. I'm forgetting the name right now. He's in the BBC and
Oh, come on. Did it disconnect again? Fuck's sake, man. This is such a terrible thing. Ah! Oh, this is terrible. This is just terrible. This is terrible. Alright, fuck it. Guys, we're moving to Skype. I'm done. I'm so
getting Skype.
Yep.
All right, I'm getting Skype open. I'm gonna exit out of this. We'll meet you in
Alright.
there.
Alright.
Okay.
Sorry guys. I'm sorry for the interruption, but I really want this thing to be done. Like, it's pissing me off. Alright. I'm not editing this. I'm doing it in one take, as I always do. Screw editing this. This is gonna be a pain to edit anyways. Okay, hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Warning, because for some reason my call quality had yellow in there for a second there. Not Discord, Skype.
Okay. But back to what we were saying, you were mentioning a BBC interviewer?
Yes. So what I'm saying is Harrison Ford is... I didn't see any real concerning difference for me. He just aged when he's playing the indie role. But when you look at him as an actual person just being interviewed outside the indie roles, he looks like a huggable old man. And you just want to go in and give him teddy bears. So I gave an example of a BBC interviewer. I think it's Graham Norton.
Grandma.
Yeah, I think so. He's from the BBC and he does interviews like all the time. He's like, you should ever watch for interviews into a TV format. And there's one particular one that always comes to mind where he's interviewing Harrison Ford and Benedict Cumberbatch and some other comedian at the same time. And Benedict Cumberbatch does this perfect Chewie impression in a moment, and like Harrison Ford is so like shocked and surprised, his eyes go wide, he starts to gape and like in a smiling, like joyous, childlike manner. And again, you just want to go and give him good things. It's just he's so adorable at that moment. So that's my only concern, because I'm worried about Harrison Ford for his age because I want him to stay alive. And he's reaching that point where I'm not too sure if he's honestly there all the time, or he's just like playing it up.
Yeah, this movie is scheduled to be released in 2019. That's a long way.
Okay, well that's fine. Again, I'm still crossing my fingers that he's going to stay alive. Too many actors that like from my childhood are just dying. It's kind of freaking me out because now I'm like, I'm never going to see a Snape, or in this case here, I'm never going to go and see Mr. Rogers or anything else from like my childhood for those like epic actors. I mean, if they ever take the card from me, I'm just going to go and I'm going to cry in a corner.
Yeah, so. I hope Harrison Ford lives to at least make Indiana Jones 5.
I just hope he keeps living.
I know, right?
What was it? There's someone in chat had told me someone had died recently, and I was like, what? When was this? I'm like, a year ago. That was the good year for me, because I didn't know this. I didn't want to know this. No one ever tell me when someone dies. I don't want to grieve.
True. It's very true.
Yes.
Well, I think we moved on from that question. We kind of ended on a dark note there a little bit.
Yes.
But
can I add a lighter note?
Yeah.
Have you heard about the PS4 announcement?
I will get to that, actually. That's one of my quick questions.
Fantastic. Yes.
I will get to that. Okay, our last question in the main questions today. Finally, a teaser and photos for the Flash Supergirl crossover have surfaced today. This is not the real question, but are you excited for this?
Yeah, I'm excited. And I have one major concern, and it's been vindicated for an episode before. I like Flash, and I like what Supergirl is becoming. And I like when Flash and Arrow does crossovers generally. Because there's a nice group dynamic. But I am concerned when there's too many cast members on a set. Because in this case here, we've seen this specifically with the Hawkgirl storyline. That was a horrible episode.
Really?
And I think so. When they first introduced Hawkgirl in the Flash show, I get they had like a whole bunch of people to juggle. But I felt like I don't know if it was just the way they planned Hawkgirl, or just the fact that they didn't plan to bring her into her own show, and they just wanted to have her for that whole DC's Legends Tomorrow, which I have other issues about. But in this case here, it felt too rushed, and there's like that was one of the worst episodes of The Flash in so long for me. And I'm concerned now if that's because maybe they had too many people trying to give attention to, and they couldn't do anything. That's actually one of my concerns regarding DC's Legend Tomorrow. There's just too many people, and they're not giving any depth to most of them.
Yeah.
So, I'm really rooting for it. But I'm also a little bit concerned.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that the both networks are gonna fight to make sure this is edited properly
Yeah.
and like structured in such a way that they really show off the two characters.
You're going on media blackout on that right now, right?
Yes, I don't want to know anything about that. I don't mind if you tell me there was announcements, but I don't want to know what's in the announcements.
Okay, it's alright. I won't say any plot details or anything like that.
Yes, please don't. I want to be
Because
completely surprised.
I actually accidentally read the plot details. Heavy spoilers for that
Oh,
episode.
was it like intentional leak or was it like
I know it was like an official announcement from DC.
what? Oh,
Don't look at it. I'm just saying. Don't look at it.
blackout mode.
Don't look at it. Alright, well, regarding superhero shows, actually, what do you think is the best current television superhero show?
Uh, for best superhero show right now,
Yeah.
for television,
Mhm.
I have two that are kind of up there. Right now, in terms of my favorite episodes I'm watching, I'm gonna have to go with Flash still.
Mhm.
Supergirl is actually quickly becoming one of my favorites. It didn't start as my favorite. Far from it. And if you guys ever look at the public records of the chat where I talk about it, I blast that thing every episode. It comes up like, "Oh, Supergirl, you disappointed me." But it's slowly getting better, and now it's getting epic.
Yeah.
So it's starting to compete, and that's where I'm getting happy. Arrow's starting to get better. It's still kind of but the other one that I'm really happy with right now is Marvel's Agents of Shield.
Agent of Shield.
It ended on such a good note before the mid-season finale. They're starting to pick up steam again, and it's still not bad. It's just I can see where this is going, and I'm also tying this in my head towards the movies that are coming out soon regarding it. So I'm like, oh, where is this gonna go? Where is this gonna go?
Yeah, you got me back into Legends of Tomorrow. I mean, not Legends of Tomorrow. Agents of Shield, actually.
Yeah.
You told me it got a lot better in season 2, and I was like, oh, fine, I'll give it another shot. Then I was surprised. I really was surprised by Shield.
No, yeah, I gave up on Agents of Shield. I was like you. I watched the first season or like the first few episodes.
Mhm.
I think literally I watched it up until like the very episode where it actually started to get interesting in the first season,
Mhm.
and then I just quit. I'm like, screw that. I don't want to see this. This is horrible.
Mhm.
Then a friend convinced me to go in and watch the rest of the season, and said by season 2, when the movies start to tie in, that it starts to get amazing.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, fine. And then like, oh, this is blowing my mind.
Yeah, exactly.
You had the same journey I had, basically.
You did. I did. So do you pick Agents of Shield or Flash currently?
I am kind of leaning now towards Supergirl.
Supergirl.
I know. It surprised me. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. gets a very positive review from me because it's consistently good lately. Flash has those epic storylines that make it amazing, and you like end the episode and you're freaking the hell out.
Mm-hmm.
But Supergirl went from so deeply, horribly wrong, so good. So I kind of have to go with Supergirl. It's traveled so far and so quickly.
I'm surprised.
I know. I am too.
I'm shocked.
I am. I really am. I did not expect me. Up until this moment, I thought I was going to say Flash.
Mhm.
But I just had this strong urge to say Supergirl.
Wow.
I know. It's like an epiphany moment.
Well, if you want my opinion on the best superhero show currently, it's Daredevil.
I don't even consider Daredevil to really be a show.
Really? It's Netflix, though. It's a Netflix show. It counts.
No, but that's the thing. With Netflix, I consider some of their... It's the way it's treated. I consider Netflix shows kind of like a mini-series.
Is it because they're cut? Because all the episodes are there?
Yeah, like, that's how I feel like. Because I just watch it, I see everything at once, the story's complete, and I don't think about it for like a year. And I don't treat that anymore. I treat it like I don't know, just a mini-series where you watch it, it's done, and you move on. And then every now and then you get like a random glimpse at the storyline when it gets revamped for something.
Mm-hmm.
So I put Daredevil up there, but I still don't think of it as it's like a very long, drawn-up movie.
Are you gonna watch season 2 on this Friday?
Hell yeah. I may not watch it right away because I'm going to go and see what's that Cloverfield
You're seeing it
movie?
this Friday?
Yes, we're going to go and
Oh,
get some tickets and see it after work.
good.
You already saw it, right?
I have my review up on my channel.
Yeah, I've been avoiding watching that because I wanted to see it without any spoilers.
Yeah, I kind of do get into a little spoiler review there, so don't watch it until you come back from it.
Oh, all right, I'll watch when I come back.
Yeah. I think that's it for the quick questions. I'm still shocked you said Supergirl.
I really am myself. I don't know where it came from.
I like Supergirl, don't get me wrong, but wow.
I know, but like, okay, I'm gonna just reveal certain components the episode. I'm not gonna give any context. Like every time Kara yells and like splats out that heat vision when she's angry, you can think of those moments when she's done that and she's freaking out. Those moments are so powerful to me, and they're so right when she does it. And like that whole everything about the John Jones sisters story arc right now, oh, it grabs me by the heartstrings. It's just like it doesn't let go.
Oh man. And you said is it officially
I am the biggest complainer about the show. Literally, me and Deadman and Dr. TARDIS have been arguing about this show since the very beginning. I'm like, this is horrible crap. They could do so much better. Damn you, Berlanti Bump. Every single time. Every episode, every Monday, I'm like, damn it, you're ruining this. I believe you're going to get better. I know the Berlanti Bump, but still, it's so horrible right now. I can't imagine how it's going to get better. And it has.
If you guys don't know what the Berlanti bump is in Quazi's dictionary, the Berlanti bump is when Greg Berlanti does a show and the first few episodes are horrible.
Yes. As evidence of this, I refer you to the first 5 episodes of Flash, the first 4 episodes of Supergirl, and in this case here, pretty much, well, Arrow in the 3rd season. They did a weird one with it.
And currently Legends of Tomorrow?
Oh, hell yeah. Legend of Tomorrow is horrible right now. It will probably get past the Berlanti bump. There's hints, as you can see, it's moving, but still, it's pretty horrible.
Oh, man. Well, I think we moved on from that. Alright, well, that's it for the main questions. The quick questions I have here. The first question. Daisy Ridley, who portrayed Rey in Star Wars The Force Awakens, has been rumored to play Lara Croft in the upcoming Tomb Raider movie. How do you feel about that?
I'm picturing it's amazing in my head. So we're thinking like,
do you agree with the casting choice?
With like yeah. Mainly because I believe in Daisy Ridley. People are gonna complain like, oh, Lara Croft's so awesome and strong because she can go and climb rocks and be like a cheetah. But no, she's always meant to be like that sex symbol and whatnot. And she's always supposed to be like beautiful and all the things. And she got that nice, strong British accent in this case. Ridley has that. She has all of it. And she could definitely go in and do those physical roles. I believe her from that Star Wars movie. So, no, I think this could be like an amazing portrayal. I have complete faith in this girl.
Well, I'm glad that you think that. I also think that way too. I totally see her as Lara Croft as well.
Yeah. I'm trying to picture in my head because she has that like really distinct face. I'm trying to put that Lara Croft hairstyle, and now I'm picturing her kind of like that new video games for Lara Croft, where she's like that fresher, younger Lara Croft, and then she's covered in mud and dirt and grime, and she's eating rats.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we've ever seen her. Well, have we seen her eat rats? Actually,
I don't think so.
Sure.
I don't think so.
That's probably like just a Fraser lore that I'm adding in there.
Yeah.
She's just clawing and scratching at things with her fingers pedicured.
All right. Well, the second question, Luke Cage.
Oh no!
What?
Sorry. No, I just freaked out because I just pictured one of the death scenes from the Lara Croft game.
Oh,
I pictured Rey's head.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm sorry. I don't want to see that with Daisy.
No. No. Moving on. Luke Cage's premiere date has been announced on Netflix for September 30th this year. Are you excited for this series?
I'm not excited. I'll probably enjoy it. I just don't know very much about Luke Cage.
Or the
I
Jessica
know a
Jones?
little bit. I know his lore, where he comes from, but I don't know anything about his storylines beyond that. Just know that like he's strong and it's like steel or whatever, and that's it. And
Uh,
what I know from Daredevil.
what you mean Jessica Jones?
Oh yeah, Jessica. Well, same. Yeah, Jessica Jones.
Yeah. Finally, you've been waiting for this one. The PlayStation VR headset has been announced for October release date and a price of $400 US. Do you think this is the right price?
Yes. I'm curious what the Canadian price will be because
550.
I can understand that with our Canadian dollar sucking right now. So fine. But still, this is amazing because rants about this already. What is it? If I wanted to get a, what was it? What's the Vive is
Oculus
the Oculus
Rift,
one, right? And the other one
HTC
from the
Vive, and Oculus Rift.
okay, yeah. So the Rift one would cost me somewhere in the $600 to $800 range, I think, to get it
And a Vive
here.
is like 1,000 in your case.
Yes. So I mean, for Canada alone, which it seems like if we want to get into the VR market, it's going to be PlayStation. It's just simple as that. Most people have a PS4. Well, I don't want to say most of Canada. I mean, like people who are gamers in Canada right now, there is a fair population of us who have PS4s, and we probably already have the PS4 camera. So we're pretty much set up to go. We just need to get that extra component. And yeah, we're not going to go and buy another console this season, probably, unless they're like a Nintendo fan and they're waiting for the NX. So yeah, we're ready and stoked to go to get that VR system. But to get any of the other ones, it's going to be ludicrously expensive for us. This is the cheapest. And again, I've been to that PlayStation conference in San Francisco, and I got to try out that PlayStation Morpheus, now the VR system, and it works super well. I mean, I didn't have to do any spins. So people know my track record. I've tried the Oculus DK1, DK2, and I haven't tried the newest, the one they're going to be doing the consumer model with, so I don't know how that works. I've never tried the HTC Vive. I've tried the Samsung VR. I've tried the Sony Morpheus. I've tried a lot of VR. Every other VR system, I don't have glasses or anything, but every other VR system has done this weird thing to my eye, where I can't focus on it for specifically like certain one of my eyes, the right eye. I don't know what it is. I have good vision. I have like perfect vision, but it's like a focusing thing for me, and I can't get that. I never had that. I went into the Morpheus booth. I put it on. It's like I'm just in the world. I'm seeing everything perfectly, and I didn't have to deal with anything. It works super well.
Yeah,
and I was completely.
I heard about your stories on that, and they actually released the specs of the VR as well. It's apparently the same as like a TV or computer screen, like 920 by 1080p. So I think that's why maybe it didn't interfere with your eyes as much.
Yeah, I don't know if, because again, I've only tried the earlier version of the Oculus and the Samsung ones, than the PlayStation one, so maybe there was like a latency or screen res issue. I didn't look into the specs too much for that. But no, this worked well the first time, and I never had any issues. So I'm impressed. I really am.
And you're excited.
I'm super hyped. Oh, I'm super hyped. Funny thing is, I was reading the Reddit forums, and I was reading through the live stream, and like someone was commenting saying if they ever sell the PlayStation for like 500 or less, it's not a Mac winner. And then they give out the $399 price point, and like people are flipping their head. It's just that guy doesn't even know how far off his number was in the best way possible, because they were hoping it was 100, and it's like a full $100 less with $1 extra to spare.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. And the fact that it works with everything. All the games.
It's true. It really is true.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually cheaper in some ways, because imagine if someone doesn't have a good TV setup. They could go in and just get a PlayStation, use that VR headset, get that whole VR immersion experience to go in and just block out all sounds, see a screen in front of their room, and suddenly, in this case here, they're in VR. Like, imagine all those people who have, like, super small apartments, can't afford a huge TV, and just want to experience a good movie for themselves. This
could be a good option for them. They don't need anything fancy. They take their tablets out to go and do stuff on the mobile, and at home, stick on the VR headset. They immerse, get naked, watch whatever they want. They're good to go. You know someone's gonna get naked in the VR.
I don't know if I'm gonna get the VR launch, but I am definitely gonna get it in the future. That's for sure.
I'm seriously budgeting for it. I still haven't completely convinced myself I'm going to get it because I knew from the get-go that the first generation of VR is going to suck compared to the future ones. But still, it seems like something I want to support.
Yeah.
And again, I always kind of want to support PlayStation. I fell for that Sidewinder, 6-axis. I fell for the Vita. I fell for the eye camera for the PS4. But the PS4 camera is now paying off with the VR, so maybe I was right. So PlayStation's always been kind of pie in the sky with their hardware. But if they're actually supporting it now with this, it was so good.
Alright, well, I think that's it for our episode. Quasi is obviously excited for the PSVR. I'm pretty sure most of us are excited, to those who have PlayStation 4s and all that. But that concludes our episode 6 for today. Quasi, I want to thank you for being here and actually wanting to resume this today as well.
Yeah. Thank you for being so patient. Gaming Kid mentioned that there was an absence. I had to leave for the emergency. There was a medical emergency, and I really appreciate that Gaming Kid was willing to be so flexible for this. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with you. Whatever, if it's an emergency, I'll definitely respect your decision to leave. And I won't interfere with that until you're ready to continue. And today seemed like a perfect day because the past 3 days have been really rough on me because I've been really tired from school and all that. So, but today I felt more awake.
Yeah, for me, I went to work at 8. I went to my other campus at like 1. I get off work at 5. Over the last 2 days, I've been driving down to Vancouver, going to the hospital, waiting there until like midnight, then I'm coming home. So it would not have been good for me for the last 3 days either. So today kind of worked out perfectly because everything kind of settled.
All right, well, that's it for today, guys. Quasi, thank you so much again. And where can they find you online?
Twitter, VGA. I'm kind of all over the place, but I don't have a channel, so I don't know. Meet us over on the VGA chat, and I'll say hey.
And I'll probably link to your Twitter as well to follow you.
Sure.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of One Take. Make sure you subscribe to the One Take podcast channel for more episodes. I haven't announced... Oh, well, actually, I do have a guest that's coming this weekend. It's going to be FFS TV fan.
Hey! Yeah. I like her.
Yep, she's going to be on it.
She has a YouTube channel. She's very nice.
She's gonna be on it. And sometime also soon, Dead Man with the Chuckles will also be on it.
Ooh.
That would be an interesting talk, that's for sure. because I've been only talking to people who are like twice my age, honestly, and he's younger than me, so it's gonna be interesting.
I that way. Yeah, you gotta get friends online who are your own age, bro. It's getting weird.
I know it's getting weird, but I'm just saying. Alright guys, thank you again for watching, and make sure you guys have a great day, and thank you for watching another episode of One Take. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.
Bye.